Aries, and welcome to your December 2021 reading. I'm really excited to help you look into this energy today for the sun, moon, and rising signs of the Aries collective. Remember, this is a general reading and will not resonate with every single person. If it doesn't resonate with you, there are a couple of things that you can do. The first thing is you can assign the roles as you please, because the energies can be reversed. So if it sounds like it needs to be flipped, then it can. The other thing you can do is like, share, and subscribe. That puts your energy into the channel and connects you to the channel and connects you to the reader. Any reader that you like, it's really good if you'll do that for them. If you decide that you want to put a thumbs down on a video because it's not resonating with you or you don't like what the content that's in there, remember that when you do that, there are negative sides to the cards and negative sides to the energy, because there is a yin and a yang. And so be careful with that. You can do it. I'm not going to tell you that not to do it. You can do it. But I want you to know what you're doing when you do. A thumbs down means that you are resonating with the negative side of the cards, the negative energies, the negative things. What I generally do is, if a reading does not resonate with me, I just click off and detach my energy from that person, so that it's not bleeding over into my experience. The other thing you can do is just stick around, because there may be something in it that you need to hear. Because remember that these messages are timeless, so it doesn't matter when you were brought to this channel or this reading, there's something in it for you. During this reading and all of my readings, the angels are bringing the Holy Fire Reiki energy to you. If you're wanting to know about the last love update that I did, it is actually on the screen above me, so you can go ahead and check that out. And there'll be a suggested video at the end of this video as well. Also, at the end of this video, I'll release the trapped emotions for your sign, which are crying, that's stuck in the lungs, and forlorn, which is in the heart. Forlorn is kind of like a longing. It's kind of like a sadness and a longing together. It's like when you look at something and you're like, oh, I just wish I had that. That's kind of what it is. I'll also let you know what essential oils and crystals to use to help you maximize your energy. So make sure you check out the description box down below for details. I am doing personal readings, and if you look at my website, you will see that there is a holiday special going on. So what I do during my personal readings, so that you know it's not just a flat out reading. Actually, what I do is I have the ability to release trapped emotions. So I will check out based on what the information that I'll need from you is your name and then where you are located, to make sure that energetically that we're talking about the right person. And then I'll go in and find out what your higher self, which energies are ready to be released. And these are energies that we've held on, these emotions that we've held on to, things that we didn't know how to process when we were younger, so we just kind of stuffed it. These are stuffed emotions that are ready released. And a lot of times there are things that are happening right now in your life that you can kind of see what is happening. And a lot of times when I release those emotions, people are like, oh my gosh, yes, that's happening right now. Even though it's something that happened to you forever ago, the vibration is still alive, and it is causing issues in your life. The next thing that I do is I will look and see if you have any negative attachments or any entities that are messing with your energy. So attachments are things that we pick up when we vibrate low, and they're super negative, and generally they are things that will bring out our darkness. You know, they will bring out our addictions, and they if you feel like you've been just drinking more or looking at porn more or just something like that, that you're like, it's something that I do, but not as much as I've been doing it. It's probably because you picked up something when something bad happened in your life, and then you attach to that negative emotion. What happens is there is negativity that is just waiting for us to vibrate low, and what they do is they attach to us and they use our energy in order to continue to do the things that they like to do. So I will remove those things from you. And then I do a personal tarot card, an oracle card reading, an overall energy to see what's going on in your life. And in that reading, I will also answer 3 questions. So you'll give me your name, where you're located, and 3 questions that you want me to answer. And I will send that video on to you. The other thing I will do is look at your chakras to make sure that they're all open and spinning. And your angels and guides will provide energy to you during that as well. It is originally $150 that I charge for that, and that is because it takes me about an hour to do, and I'm having to go into your energy field, and then that puts my energy field at risk. So that is why I charge the amount that I do. because then I have to do, if I end up picking something up from you, then I have to go do a bunch of stuff and a bunch of clearing, and then sometimes I even need to go see someone else to get into my energy to get it off. So that's why I charge the amount that I do. But right now what I'm going to do is a special of $50 for you to get a reading like that and to experience it, and that will be during the holidays. So get it while you can. If you like this reading or entertained in some way, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. This way you get notified as soon as I post something new. So Aries, it looks like the theme for you this month is going to be revolved around change and friendship. Let's find out what else is going on. I don't know if you've noticed that the energy has been picking up. We are feeling that Sagittarius energy. We're feeling very motivated. We're feeling like we can actually do things that maybe we were stalled in before. That is really good energy. Like, I'm going to be starting school again, and like I'm looking for different changes in my career. It's just like there's so many things that are fiery energy that I'm really excited is going on, right? So I want to thank all the people who've already subscribed to my channel. If you're new here, I want to thank you for coming and checking out my channel. I want to thank the people who've helped me in any way, giving me any kind of money, any kind of a donation, people who text me, who click links on my description box and get personal readings from me. And then if you're watching ads associated with my videos or watching my videos multiple times and you're coming back over and over and over again, I want to thank you for that. And if you have not yet subscribed and you'd like to support this channel, then please take a second to do so. All right, guys, I'm really excited. Aries, let's see what's going on. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, Aries, let's talk about the overall energy. So we know that the theme is change and friendship, okay? So there's going to be changes in your life, and maybe you're going to be bringing in new friendships or new relationships in your circle. And that's really how you live life. I was watching this lady who was talking about how she had a near-death experience, and she was the most logical near-death experience person I've ever heard. She was a nurse, and one of the things that she said is that after she had gotten a divorce, that she closed off herself, and then she just lived for her children. And it was really interesting because she said when she met God, that God had said that, like, as she reviewed her life, she said that was the thing that he brought her attention to, was to say, when you close off your life, you're not living life. So when you close off your friendships, you're not living life. So how we actually live a really great life is by getting in contact with as many people as we can. And it's so interesting, as you grow up and become an adult, you start to feel like the less adults I know, the better it is, and you close yourself off. But that's not really living life, and we're here to share life with other people. Okay, so here it is. So we have this inner child stuff going on. So a playfulness about you this month with the 6 of Cups. And that is maybe some nostalgia about your past, childhood experiences, your childhood memories, your innocence. And this is also a card of moving forward in the path of innocence and childhood and play. This is play as well. This is also a card of the inner child. So if there's some stuff going on with the inner child, maybe the inner child is the one that wants to make more friends, because some children, when they were really, really young, like my daughter, when we would go to the park, and she was like 2 years old, she was making friends. And she was making friends in the grocery store. I mean, she was just one of those people. And by the time she was 5 and 6, she had like all the kids in the park were always around her. And she had like this crowd of kids around her all the time. So maybe that's what your inner child is wanting, to make new friends. And we have this looking towards the future as well. So maybe you're wanting to bring more people into your life. And this has to do with you looking at your future and deciding what you want to do. So the 3 of Wands is all about growth and expansion. It's about looking ahead at things, seeing any obstacles that have been in your way, and it's bringing light to those types of things and sometimes when we're planning ahead, it's because of something that we were frustrated in. So something brought frustration, something felt like we were stuck, and what we start to do is look ahead to say, what do I want to do next? What do I want to accomplish next? How can I get out of this situation? like that. And it will bring a tower moment, which is a sudden change for you. So it doesn't necessarily have to be you crying in the bathtub, but it could be just a sudden change, a little bit of chaos, maybe some sort of transformation. It could be working on your fear of change, because the only thing constant in life is change. And when we fear that, we're just holding ourselves back. So see that? These cards are right there talking exactly about what your theme is. This is change for a new beginning to come. This is, we talked about friendship, right? So the energy that you're in is the Queen of Cups energy, which is very beautiful, because you are looking very stable. You're making good boundaries. So even if you do go, like for me, for instance, I'm looking to see, what do I want my next phase of my life to look like? Do I want to change careers? What do I do? What do I want to do? And with that, the new choices, I'm going to be setting boundaries and creating a stable life with that, and saying, well, you know, I still want this part of my life and I still want this part of my life. So maybe I want like a hybrid remote kind of thing where I go in someplace and meet new people, but yet I want to also be home with my children at the same time. So it's when I'm manifesting, I'm being very clear about what it is that I want. I want this type of money to be, I want this type of compensation for it. But I want this, you know, this amount of like we're looking to see the stability and what that looks like for you. Okay. And you know, you're saying that maybe these changes will make me treasure more of my life and make me more nurturing in the areas that maybe I've kind of been lacking in. So very interesting. The thing that's coming towards you is this Page of Cups. So this is good, because the Page of Cups is good news, love, good money, and it's just about you enjoying life. So whatever decisions that you're going to be making, you have two cups. You have the Queen of Cups and the Page of Cups, and those are always consistent around love. So to you, you're like, I'm happy bringing new things into my life, but they have to match the vibration of love for me. And if they don't, then I don't really want those in my life. They have to be a loving companion. Okay? The obstacle in your way is this four of cups. So we have another cup, which is associated with love. It's about how you feel about things, and it's about your heart. And the Four of Cups is, what I'm feeling, like I know what the Four of Cups means, but what I'm feeling about this card really strongly is that you can't see all the gifts just yet. Like Spirit and God is giving you gifts right now, and they're setting it up and preparing it, and you can't see it. So a lot of you guys have maybe been meditating and contemplating and trying to connect in. Maybe you're feeling disconnected from the decisions that you're making. Maybe you want to feel more connected and more certain about what you're doing. And so that is the obstacle that is in your way, is that you're not really fully sure, you know what I mean, of the gifts. But you feel like there's gifts coming, and you know that there is, but you can't see it played out just like you can't see the map, or you can't see the design, the heavenly design of what's happening in your life right now. So you just have to trust that God has your back, and you have to trust the universe, because that's what fours mean. Fours mean, if you see a lot of fours, 444, it means the universe has your back and all is well, and you're being reminded that you're taken care of always. So we have two fours right there. So 4-4. If we get one more, then we know for sure that's what it is, right? All right, guys. So we have the thing that is supporting you is the Queen of Swords. We have two queens right here that are supporting you in this energy. That's really good. They're not really close together. So when they're close together, it means rivalry. I'm not feeling like they're close together in this reading. They're kind of far apart. But the Queen of Swords is, you're feeling really ambitious. You now see the truth about things that you didn't see before, which is really interesting because, yeah, I have Aries in my chart, and that's exactly what happened to me yesterday. My husband and I, we dared each other to do something, and I did it. And because I did it, I got this like truth, and it was like, wow, I had to call my other friend to be like, oh my gosh, to share the truth with her, because we're very similar in our lives. You know, and it was really interesting. I'll just say it, like, I got a truth about one of the degrees that I have, and it was like, wow. And she has the same degree. That's how I met her, was when I was getting my degree. But it's like somebody had shared some great news about that, and it opened up like this doorway for me, and I was like, wow. And I saw things a lot differently, so I immediately called her to tell her, dude, check this out, you know. And you're feeling very strong in business. You have a lot of life experience and a lot of experience. So if you are going for like a new career, like I'm looking at right now in my life, and if you are Aries as well, I mean, since you're Aries as well, and I have Aries in my chart, you might be feeling the same thing. One of the things that they said, because I had dropped my resume off somewhere, and one of the things they said was like, wow, you have a lot of experience. You have a lot of life experience. And that's kind of like what I'm feeling with this card as well. Is like, you're ready to take some risks. You know, you're feeling pretty determined. So if you've got to do like applications and stuff, you're feeling pretty determined about that. You're feeling really wise. You're looking at the big picture. And you're seeing how like your life played out for you exactly the way that it was supposed to. And that has been very comforting for you as well. Because sometimes we look back at our lives and we get frustrated and say, oh man, if I would have made that decision. But then God, you know, if you sit down and contemplate and you don't like let that consume you, what happened is God will show you why that didn't happen for you. And you'll be like, oh yeah, you know what? I totally get that. and although it would have been nice this other way, it probably wasn't for the best at that moment. Because what happened, that kind of happened to me. Like I was in the shower and I was kind of frustrated about something, like, why didn't I do this? Or why didn't I make this decision? And then I asked God to show me how come, because I'm really frustrated and I want this to go away. I don't want to be holding on to this. And sure enough, I got a vision that showed me like, this is why. And then it was like, and this is going to happen. Like that thing is going to happen. It's just going to happen later. You're still going to get it. It's just going to be even better than it was when you didn't get it before. The last bit of the puzzle that we're looking at today, and the energy we're looking at today, is what is the potential outcome? So we say potential outcome. I got that from one of my favorite readers, is because everybody has free will and things can change. Okay, a lot of times you'll hear readers that are like, oh my gosh, this person is coming in and they're going to share their love with you, and you're like, and you're still waiting. And that's because everybody has free will, and everybody has the option to use the free will for self-sabotage. So we just, so it's a potential outcome. The potential outcome is the 7 of Wands, which is you will persevere through this. You will be in great defense, meaning not defensive, but you're going to have a good defense about your life, and you're going to be maintaining control of your life. And wherever you felt lack of confidence, or you felt like giving up, or you felt like you couldn't do it, that is the lesson that we're learning. And you're going to learn it through friendships, and you're going to learn it through your life changing. This life change is a very beneficial life change for you. I'm going to go ahead and grab some of these cards before we move on to your essential oils. So, it's interesting that we're going to be getting rid of the trapped emotions of crying and forlorn. Because I have a feeling that whatever you guys are changing in your life right now, it's because you have been longing for a change, or longing for something, or wanted something for a long time. Like the change in my life I'm doing right now is something that I was going to do in 2014. But for whatever reason, the universe stopped me from doing it. And I felt like the door was not open in that direction. And now the door is opening. And now it's opening wide. And it's like, wow, okay. Oh, I will do that then. All right. So we're moving on. And we're going to triumph through the success. Good job, Aries. You had to do a lot of shadow work, and you're going to see the shadow work appear. You're going to see the darkness appear as you move through this change. And it is for you to let it go. Okay. It is working on your heart chakra, and we know that because we have we're getting rid of forlorn out of your heart, but you will have a new beginning. This is the new beginning of material harvest, and I hope that is what you see or resonate with, all right? Okay, oh, you want me to show you these cards. So you're moving on, and you're going to triumph. There's your sword, your logical sword of truth. And it will be looking at some of these things that make you a little nervous. So for those of you guys who are putting in applications and you don't get calls, that does make people really kind of examine themselves in an ugly way. It's going to bring that up for you so you can start to release that and let those go, okay? And it's going to be focusing in on your heart chakra and opening that up, because whatever you do from now on, you're going to be focusing out of your heart chakra, focusing in love. I want my life to be filled with love. And that will bring you the new beginning that you're looking for. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about your essential oils. And this month with doTERRA, because doTERRA is the only oils that I promote on this channel, because they are the most pure and the most effective, and they don't adulterate them and do anything weird to them. Do not buy doTERRA oils off of Amazon, because they want you to go through someone like me. And because that way you have a contact. And if you buy them off Amazon, you don't get any of the reward stuff. doTERRA does not have wellness advocates on Amazon. They would like for you to get education and training from me or my team. So what I do is I assign you a team member. If you would like an Aries, let me know and we'll make sure that we can get maybe an Aries for you. The first oil that you have is Melissa oil. It is a pricey oil, so you're going to want to make sure that you get a membership so you can get 25% off on that oil. And that way you can start earning reward points, okay? So the membership is $35, but because this oil is pricey, it's going to be about the same price whether you get the membership or not. So just keep that in mind. Melissa oil is a very valuable oil. Because the flowers of the Melissa plant are very delicate. So it takes, you have to get the flowers to the distillery once you cut it within 20 minutes. And that's why it's in a small bottle. And that's why it has the price tag that is on it. But this oil reminds people to awaken their soul to truth and light. And it reminds you of who you really are. So if you're filling out applications and those applications, nobody's calling you back, you want to make sure you're using Melissa oil to help you see the light, help you see the truth. It is an oil of truth to help you reach your fullest potential. It is a great oil if you're feeling despair or hopelessness, the darkness, if you're burdened or you have a loss of will to live. And it's interesting because we got lime oil, which is it's coupled with that is really important. I'll explain lime in a second, but it's a good oil if you're feeling overwhelmed. It is an oil that will help you to feel like you can keep going even in the midst of darkness. Okay? It'll help you reconnect in with your inner voice. How do you use this oil? You want to smell it in your hands. It doesn't smell good. I'm going to be honest with you. It's not the best smelling oil, but it's a lifesaver. It is an oil that people will use in the darkest hours. Okay? I'm not saying that you're going to go through the darkest hours, but this is an oil of light. But coupled with the lime oil makes me a little suspect of how you guys are going to be feeling this month. Because this also is an oil that people use in the darkest hours of their lives. Lime oil is an oil for the zest of life. When you've been weighed down by discouragement or grief, lime can elevate you above and make you feel really, really good. Any citrus oil does. All citrus oils, though, you do not want to put on your face and go out in the sun or you will get a sunburn on your face. So don't do that. They are photosensitive. But you can use it anywhere that's not covered, going to hit the sun. So anything that's covered with clothes. You could put it in your water. You could put it in your alcoholic drinks. You can put it on the bottom of your feet. You can smell it. It smells amazing. You can wear it as a perfume because it smells really good. It is a great oil to help you feel courageous, make you emotionally honest about your feelings so that you're not hiding feelings about how you love someone. It will help you to engage back into life and feel grateful for your life. So those are wonderful oils to use this month. The crystal to use is Soothe Your Soul. It's celestite. Never seen that one before, but we guess we need some soul soothing. And sometimes the holidays do make people sad. A Merry Christmas, everybody. I forgot to say that for those of you guys who celebrate Christmas, or Happy Hanukkah. or happy Kwanzaa or whatever. The holidays sometimes can bring out sadness for people, especially if you lost a loved one, or if you didn't have the best emotional times during the holidays as a child. It could bring those back up again. It could be bringing up some of that stuff. So what we're going to do now is go ahead and lay back or sit back and listen to the music, and we're going to get rid of some of these trapped emotions that are hiding in your body so that you don't have to deal with it this Christmas and this holiday season, okay? All right, breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Keep breathing, and I'm going to ask the angels to come forward. I want to ask Archangel Michael to join us today, and the angels and the spirit guides and loved ones and spirits of the Aries Collective, or any cross watchers that are watching. And what we're going to do is we want to get rid of crying that's been in the lungs and forlorn that's been living in the heart. So we're going to start with crying. Breathe in, Aries, and breathe out. And breathe in, and breathe out. And Aries, I want you to think of a time that made you really sad, or just like sometimes when you're just living life and you just like your eyes start watering for no reason, or you just feel really sad and you don't know why. It's just like a deep sadness. And I want you to think about that. And I want you to breathe in. And I want you to imagine that you're taking that out of your lungs, and breathe out. And breathe in. And breathe out. And when I do personal readings for you, because I am personally connected to you, we don't do a meditation. I actually just release them for you. I go in and find out what your higher self wants to release, and then I actually use my own body. That's why I charge $150 normally, because I use my own body to release those trapped emotions for you. Okay. All right. So, but online I can't do that. Online on YouTube, and I'm accessing lots and lots of people. I can't do that with people's energy. Okay. All right. Breathe in and breathe out. Archangel Michael, I ask that you take that crying and you transmute that into light energy, so we no longer have to deal with those deep feelings of sadness. And we're going to go ahead and work on next on forlorn in the heart. Breathe in. And all of that longing that you feel, and all of that, like, I wish I had that, and why couldn't I have that? Breathe in. Breathe out, Breathe in. And think about the forlorn and the sadness and the longing and what you want so badly and how that's in your heart, and breathe out, breathe it out of your heart. All right, Archangel Michael, I ask that you take that forlorn and you transmute that into light energy, so that Aries no longer has to deal with that anymore, and that we can move through December with happiness and lightheartedness and love and the things that we love the holidays for. Breathe in and breathe out. I want to thank you, Archangel Michael, for coming and helping us with that, and the angels and spirit guides and loved ones in spirit that were with us here today. And we promise that if we have any more of this sadness or these feelings, and when we're using our essential oils or our crystal, that we'll come back and do this meditation as many times as we need to throughout the month, because we realize that these emotions, sometimes there's multiple of them, not just one sitting, but there's multiple. And we want to thank you for that. And one thing I do want to bring up before we go today is that with the trapped emotions that I do, when I release them from people, sometimes I release the same emotion multiple times. So because we can have many life experiences that make us feel sad, or many life experiences, or sometimes like, especially if people have had abuse, then they could have multiple experiences of abandonment and abuse and self-hatred and all of those things, because it's something that's active in the vibration and happens over and over, and just stuff. So when I do releasing of trapped emotions, I'm releasing those little by little, because your body can't handle taking all of the emotions out at once. So something to think about. If you like this reading or entertained in some way, don't forget to like and subscribe. And on the screen, you will see a suggested video for your sign and also your playlist. And have a great day, and I can't wait to see you for the next reading. Bye.